So at this time, I would like to welcome Krystal and Tatiana. Krystal is our Operations and Youth Development Coordinator, and Tatiana is an active member at Fierce. They are going to tell y'all a little bit about Fierce and the programs that we have.
Hey y'all, my name is Krystal. As I said, I'm staff here at Fierce. And I'm going to tell you briefly a little bit of history in 3 minutes of Fierce. So Fierce was founded in what year? Anybody know?
2000.
2000, that's right. But before we even get into the history, how many youth know of a safe space nearby where you live? How many of you hang out in the West Village, Christmas Street areas? How many of you have ever been harassed while over there? Right. So with those things in mind, which is why Fierce was founded. Fierce was founded, I was 16 years old when Fierce was founded with 5 of my peers. All youth of color, all youth who lived in outer boroughs, but always came to the pier in the Christmas Street area because that was the place that we felt safe. But Fierce was started to be found around 1999, 2000, and what we found was that we were young people in a time where there wasn't a place for us to have our voices heard. There wasn't a place for us to actually speak on the things that we wanted, and there wasn't enough trust in us from our adult allies to know that we knew what we were talking about. So we founded Fierce in part of answering a lot of violence that was happening to our community members, to LGBTQ color at the time, to people of color in general, to a lot of, in responding to a lot of police violence that was happening to our community. So I'm really proud to announce that next year is Fierce's 10-year anniversary. Right? And in that time, we've actually had a lot of accomplishments. Fierce right now, a lot of our work is based around leadership development. So how many of people here have been through ELP? Woo! So Fierce is founded around our Education for Liberation program, which has 3 levels, and maybe Tati will talk a little bit about that. But also, it's really based around our campaign work, right? So our members are here, and they come to Fierce, and they work on our campaigns, and they're really the vehicle that drives the work forward. And it's this great combination of doing our campaign work with our leadership development programs. And in that time, in the almost 10 years that we've been around, some of our accomplishments have been around our Safe Space, Saves Lives campaign, which revolves around Pier 45, also known as the Christopher Street Pier. And some of our accomplishments to date was, one, we worked really hard to get the $25,000 service fee that were for those mobile vans that provided health services on the pier. We got access to having porta potties be on the pier because the bathrooms at Pier 45 closed at an early time, which leaves no facilities for folks to use. We also were able to push back the curfew to 1 a.m. And the really most exciting thing this year was that we finally, after many years fighting, finally got youth-specific LGBT programming on the pier. One was on June 26th, we had the viewing of Paris is Burning on Pier 46. And we're really excited that on September 19th, we hope to see everybody there. We're having our mini ball in collaboration with Friends of Pennsylvania Park and the Keep Coalition on Pier 46.
My name is Tatiana. I'm part of the outreach team and other teams too. I'm sorry. The programs that we offer in Fierce is the ELP, Education for Liberation Project. The first program focuses on oppression, racism, and we give our testimonies of our struggles, and it bonds us together. And the second program also, the ELP2, it teaches us how to be organizers and how we can better ourselves for Fierce and outside of Fierce. The third program is focusing on putting that task that we learned to work. With that being said, we also have programs such as the outreach team, which we do public awareness and bring other youth that are struggling into Fierce. And we also have the media crew, which is for arts, photography, or any source of arts. Then we have the CSC Campaign Steering Committee, which is like focuses on Peer 40, which is our campaign is to like get a 24-hour drop-in center for 13.
It's great.
Thank you.